Hi everyone, it's Mimika Cooney. I know it's been a while since you've seen me on camera, but there's been a good reason for it. For those of you who know me, know that I'm a very positive person, and as you can tell, a lot of my memes that I like to share always have a positive feel to it. But I thought it was about time that I got hopped online and gave you an update of what is been going on, because I'm planning on wanting to be more visible again and talking about something that I feel is very important. So first of all, yes, the title is true. The last year has been pretty tough for me, and personally dealing with depression for myself as well as within my family. I've had, for those of probably just a handful of you who know the story about this past sort of 2 years has been really rough for me, dealing with a child going through depression, and who ever knew that this would actually happen in my own home. Anyway, long story short, I feel like I've gone through a really long and arduous journey, and I know I'm not the only one. Recently, I posted on my personal page about the issue I've had with my son and him not doing well at school, and how I just feel like the system really has failed him and that it's totally crushed his spirit and what he's destined to do. And through this whole process, it really made me question my own motives, my own purpose, and what it is I wanted to do with my life. So anyway, someone would call it like an existential crisis, or midlife crisis, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I really feel this is a very important issue that a lot of us don't talk about, especially in the entrepreneurial space. Now, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 16, and part of my story is that I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur and be my own boss, because I didn't like the system myself. So, like, well, duh, why am I surprised when my kids felt the same way, right? And for me, navigating the system was very frustrating. I made my own way. I didn't go to college because I didn't have the opportunity to, and I just learned through the school of hard knocks. Now, granted, things have changed, and technology is at such a level now and at such a pace that we have access to some of the best minds. And for me personally, I love learning from other people, like video. So for me, it's been quite an interesting journey in terms of trying to come to grips with this and realizing, Houston, we have a problem. And I had to really slow down. Personally, I started going through my own series of depression, where I just felt like after several, like 7, 8, 9 series of setbacks and business failures, I just couldn't do it anymore. And literally, that's probably why you haven't seen me this last year. This has been what I would call a silent season. Because there sometimes come to a stage in life, and maybe it's because I turned 40 last year, who knows. I realized that, I can't keep going at this pace. And for me, for those who know me, I grew up in South Africa. My husband and I immigrated twice within 5 years, from South Africa to England, and England to the USA. And I don't think I ever gave myself this chance to catch my breath. And this past year, my body just freaked out. Like, it's literally was like, you can't keep living on adrenaline. You just need to rest. From the simplest tasks, like I'd get this brain fog. I just was lackluster energy. I love my pajamas, but I was loving them a little bit too much. I didn't want to get out of bed some days. I know, shocking for me, for someone who's usually very happy. So it was very strange. But what I realize is, life throws you curveballs, and sometimes it's best to just deal with it and to think, okay, what is it that I'm going through? And I need to give myself time just to rest and to think. For me, I spent a lot of hours on my knees. I've got calluses on my knees praying. I tell you, this whole situation with my son really made me question everything. And I really feel, looking back now, there's a lot of lessons that I learned. And I know there are a lot of other parents out there, praying for prodigal children, children who are rebellious and on their own ways and going down a really dark path. And you just feel like, as a parent, you feel helpless. Like, how do I help my child? And yeah, it's been really painful. Probably one of the most painful things I've been through. Bar pregnancies, childbirth, that doesn't compare to actually trying to raise a teenager in the 21st century. Can I have an amen there? Anyways, so I've been doing a lot of research, and I really think this is something that is worth discussing. And I would really like to go into delve in this further. So I'll be hopping on more often. I would love to chat to other people who are in this situation, other parents. If you've been in the same situation and you feel like you've been praying for months, if not years, for your child, and you just don't know what to do, for care, for educationalists who have another view on things, like, how can we help our children through this system without crushing their spirits? For me, I have heard so many heartbreaking stories, even the last few months, of teenagers committing suicide because they see no hope. They feel so pressured by the system. And you know, there's different kids on different spectrums of, we're not talking about an autism spectrum, we're talking about a learning spectrum, like those who learn in different ways. It's like, why are we doing this to our kids? Anyways, that's the start of it. But I'm back, and I plan to have more of these conversations online. So please do join me. If you have a comment about this, whether you've personally been through depression and how you were able to come out of it, if you are going through a situation with your own children, please do comment below. I'd love to hear your response. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please do like the page so you can see more of my updates. And if you're watching on YouTube, click to subscribe to my channel so we can stay in contact. I really want to make this an open, raw, and honest conversation, because I think it's time that a lot of us took the masks off. Stop pretending that life is perfect, because believe me, honey, my life ain't perfect. I'm blessed, and I count my blessings every day for what I do have, but I believe an open conversation is really about time, especially in the day and age that we live. So hope you find some use out of this, some encouragement from you, that even though the days are dark, there are friends and people who understand where you're at. You just need to reach out. And I must say, personally, I think it was one of my biggest mistakes, was staying silent, because I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed to tell people that I was struggling with this. There was the shame, like, what if they find out I'm not perfect and my life isn't perfect? Oh my God, you know, seriously, like, yeah, that's not helpful. And I think honesty is the best policy. So anyway, hope you'll stay in touch, keep following my updates, and let's create a conversation. You never know, we may be able to change the world. Until next time, see you then. Bye.